What do I look like? Cinderella? No, because I'm not.
Ask myself, is this shit real? I contemplate about how I feel.
What is up, y'all? It's your girl Trent, and I am back with another video. Okay, in today's video, I'm gonna be doing a story time on my first job experience. I used to work at Wendy's. If you guys are wondering, this is my elephant. Her name is Ellie, and she's gonna be here telling the story with us. So let's get right into the video. I started working at Wendy's maybe December 31st. I guess you could say really I started in 2020. When I started, it was cool. It wasn't a lot of workers, and they were like all older besides this one girl I went to school with. And so I was kind of glad that she worked there. So it's like I had somebody my age. So before I get into like the stories and everything of me working at Wendy's, if I had to give it a 1 out of 10, I give it like, a 6. We did have some good moments. I had fun, but it was also a lot of bad moments and a lot of like stuff that you have to deal with. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I didn't want to deal with that. You feel me? It was also a lot of drama, kind of, sort of. And you know me, I don't do the drama, okay? While I'm telling my story, I have to fold some clothes because it's laundry day and I'm, folding, telling story, folding, telling story, folding, telling story, So I hope you guys don't mind. But if you do mind, guess what? I'm gonna do it anyways because that's just how I am. When I first started, it was a breeze, okay? I didn't really do much because you got people that work the drive-through and then you have people who work the front counter. And front counter is like the dining room and stuff. And nobody ever came into Wendy's. So guess what? I never did anything. They were saying like when I first started, like to make sure that the dining room stays clean. So periodically, I go out there and wipe a few tables while I'm seeing them like in the drive-through just move fast. And I was like, I don't want to do that. I did not want to do that. Then my manager introduced me to the drive-thru, and the first time working drive-thru, it was so stressful. My first order I took in the drive-thru, they got their food and they didn't pay. And if you're a person that does that, you suck. Basically what happened was, you're supposed to take their money and then give them their stuff. I opened the window, gave them their food, and then I was asked for the payment. They just drove off.
This is the worst.
Eventually got the hang of it, and drive-thru was nothing. Eventually, I got my friend on at the job, and so I was happy. I'm like, I got a friend, turn up. I was more comfortable, like working with her and my sister and stuff. Like I just started to get more comfortable with the job. After she started, I got another friend on, and then her boyfriend came, and so it was a party at Wendy's, basically. Like, that's what I thought. I was going to work to party. I was going to work to have fun, not to do my job. It was another boy that works there that is now my boyfriend. And he went to school with me. We didn't talk during school. We didn't start talking until we start working at Wendy's. And, me and my friends used to make little joking jokes about him. The second friend that I got on, she ended up putting me on with him. And then now we're like this. Working with a significant other, highly don't recommend. And let me tell you why I don't recommend it. When y'all get into whatever y'all got going on, y'all get into an argument or y'all break up or something, y'all work together, so y'all gonna have to see each other. So it's like work is gonna be awkward. Had a situation where I was mad at him, so I didn't want to talk to him, but I knew I needed to talk to him because I had to get my job done. And it was a situation where he was mad at me and he wanted to ignore me. Like, you cannot ignore the queen of Wendy's. Like, come on, be for yourself.
Girl, what the fuck is you talking about?
Okay, I would never, ever, ever call myself the queen of Wendy's. That is ill. Yeah, it was times where we broken up. I'd be in the back with an attitude and nobody's talking to me. Like, how do you guys think that makes me feel? Like, be for real. How do you think it makes me feel? Like, come on. Another thing is when y'all work together, it's like, People think they can automatically be in your business, and that's not what it is, sweetheart. You don't need to know my business. You don't need to know what I'm doing with my boo. Okay, so that's when Wendy's like working started to become fun. That's when I like going to work, until stuff started to go downhill. Okay, one of the bads and one of the main things that really had us down bad at Wendy's was the management. Terrible, awful,
so bad I want to give you a 0, but that's not possible, so I give you a 1.
And when we first got our first new manager, I was out of town, and my friends was texting me like, girl, I don't like her, and girl, just telling me like what was going on. And so like, I'm ready to get back to work to see like what's the tea, like what's the 411. I think that's it. So I get to work, and you know, I'm gonna give her a chance, like for me, you know. I'm not gonna go off what everybody else is saying. I end up not liking her. She was trying to make us do stuff like out of the ordinary, like wash walls.
I would rather shit in my hands and clap.
Nowhere in my job description did it say that I'd be on my hands and knees washing walls. What do I look like? Cinderella? No, because I'm not. This is not what I signed up for. I guess it was made clear that nobody was really liking her or whatever. And she had a little friend on the job. And the friend, I guess, got wind that me and my friends, we wasn't really messing with her. Friend asked both of us, like she asked me and my other friend, like, oh, do y'all like such and such? We gonna call her Kendra. She said, yeah, do y'all like Kendra? And nah, we don't really mess with Kendra like that. Kendra was working that day that she asked us, and I guess she decided that it was a bright idea to go tell Kendra what we said. Y'all are grown. Mind you, me and my friend are 17. Y'all are like 20, 21, 22. Like, why does it matter? And so I clocked in to work. I'm doing my job as I'm getting paid to do, and wiping down the table. Yeah, we're gonna take a mental break because I know I can't see very well, but from what I can tell, the edges, I got baby afros on my forehead. Like, come on, scarf is on. Let's get down to the tea. Wiping down the table, and she comes to me. She's like,
did you say that you didn't like me?
and I'm like,
Yeah.
and she's like,
Well, why don't you like me? Like, why?
I told her the reason. Like,
I just feel like you come off, you're way too strong, and it's like there's a way to approach different things, and you just don't know the way to. You just don't know the way to do that.
she just walked away, and I'm like,
What was the reason? What was the reason? What was the reason?
and so then she goes back into the back, and she's like,
If there's anything anybody needs to say to me, you need to shake my face. And then
she's yelling in the back, like, is this what you came to work to do? Is this what you're getting paid for? I'm like,
child. Anyway, so.
and the customer, she's like, she need to get out her feelings. I'm like, girl, who you telling? So I gave the customer her food. She goes on about her day. Over the course of the months that she started working, at first, like I said, didn't like her. I used to literally call my mom, like during my shifts, and vent to her about the stuff that they was having us do, the stuff she was saying, the way she was acting. My mom was ready to come up to Wendy's and light it up. Okay? Mama don't play about me. That's why I love her, okay? Shout out to you, Mom. But I was like, okay. I think you should calm down just a little. Like, my mom was at 10. I just really wanted her to be at 2. But I just wanted her to, like, know how I was feeling. Me telling her how I felt got her on 10. But I still needed to dial it back down to 2, you know? After that little rough patch with her, we started to get a little comfortable. Not saying I liked her, but I tolerated her. So, I mean, she was okay. Some days, like, she was cool. Other days, she was like, ugh. She used to get a real person, too. Like, we used to know all the tea about her life and what she had going on. If you know, you know. Like, after that little thing where she tried to do all that rah-rah in the back with the customer, everybody kind of like didn't really respect her as a manager. She was really like our equal. Nobody really paid for their food. And it was a point in time where she tried to play manager and be like, oh, I'm gonna tell our general manager that y'all are not paying for your food. Everybody's like,
I don't give a fuck, Keisha.
like, what is that gonna do? You guys gonna fire me? You need us. I'm sorry. This was a collective because none of us paid for our food. You need us, so you can't fire me. Sorry. Well, she ended up quitting after incidents with my general manager. Didn't really know. Guess what? Didn't really care. So, like, the next thing that really tickled my pickle a little was we had this guy that worked at Wendy's. When I first started at Wendy's, he was there. Him and this other guy who didn't work at Wendy's, like after a week of me being there, they was like, hey, you know, how old are you? What school you go to? You know, the typical conversations you have with your coworkers. And so it was cool at first, but then it wasn't cool anymore because he took it too far. He used to like say certain things to me. I just brush it off. Like, funny. You're a funny guy. I would just ignore it. But then it's like he would do certain things that's like, this is what you come to work to do? And we're gonna call him Tony. So I was in the dining room doing my job, the job I get paid for, as I keep mentioning, sweeping. I'm sweeping. And Tony walks up to me and he does this with his phone. Yes, it was his little downstairs friend on his phone. When he turned the phone over to me,
I was shocked, honey. I was in tears almost.
Really? Okay. That's what we doing? That's what you doing? Nothing to say. Nothing to say at all. Said he would just do certain things that I'm just not gonna get into. After he was doing those things, I'm like, yeah, okay. So you're not taking me ignoring you as a sign to leave me alone. So now I have to be mean to you because you wanna act out. You wanna act the fool. And he's like,
Why are you being like that? Why are you acting like that?
why are you bothering me? Leave me alone. We could literally be cool if you stay cool. You don't want to stay cool. So now I don't want to be cool with you no more. Guess what? You're cut. Hello. But he started messing with my friends. And you know, they're naturally mean. So my friend offered him a ride home. And when she dropped him off at his house, he was like,
Yeah, you know, you should come in and just chill for a little minute.
sir, I was trying to be a good citizen. And you're taking it too far. You give boys an inch, they literally take a yard. It just really be upsetting because like nobody just ever want to be friends. Like, why can't we be friends? When I first started and he told me how old he was, he told me he was 21, but guess what? He was 26, 27. He ended up getting fired. I also had this one coworker that worked with us. When he first started working there, I didn't work with him, but we kind of started working together sometimes. And one day he came up to me and he was like,
Yeah, I got this, and this in my bag back there if you want to go take a look.
well, what the hell is you talking about? What did you saying to me right now? What if I was the feds? What are you gonna do? Go to jail? One day I was washing dishes and he knew who my boyfriend was. My boyfriend was on the grill this day. And he gonna whisper, he talk about,
Man, let me get your number.
I was like,
No, you can't get my number.
he was like,
Come on, let me just get your number.
No. It was no 15 minutes ago, and it's no now. Like, every time.
literally my boyfriend's right there. And you know that, that's why you're whispering. You're not slick. Then he started trying to get with my friend after that. Either I was after before, but I feel like it was after. Our staff was so weird. So we had this other manager. She was cool. Like, she came in. I liked her vibes. I remember one day that I would never, ever, ever, ever forget. Like, it was late at night, maybe like 11, 12. And you know, Wendy's, they have like DoorDash, Uber Eats, all that good stuff. So this lady came in the drive-thru and she was like, I have a Grubhub order. And so we was like, okay, you could go ahead with your order. The customer wanted 52 junior bacon cheeseburgers. I'm so sorry. This has to be a joke. This literally has to be a joke. And I was on sandwiches that day. Can I just quit now? Like, can I just walk away? We told her to hold on 1 second, so I could get a start on those sandwiches. And I told my friend, she was working with me that night, I told her to like help me because I had to make 52 sandwiches. On our monitor, we had ghost cars. That basically means like a car who's pulled off from the speaker. My manager had went outside to get the ghost car. You take like a metal pan, you bang it, deletes the ghost car. And so when she goes outside, I guess the lady pulls back that we pulled up to the door, and she's basically like rushing us, like telling us to hurry up with the order. And my manager was like, ma'am, you're not gonna have an attitude with me and my employees because we're trying to make the meal for, you know, your order with it. Those were a lot of sandwiches. So the lady in the car starts like yelling at my manager, and my manager starts yelling at her. They start cussing, and me and my friend just making the sandwiches like,
Oh, bitch! No, you're not gonna call me no bitch, because I'm not none of these girls. I'm gonna whoop your ass. I'm not.
And then, you know, her kids were there that night, so her kids are standing like at the doorway of the kitchen. It was a mess. It was a mess, okay? And I was like, we was maybe like on sandwich 12 or 13. So we stopped making the sandwiches because I was like, okay. And so we had to go to the window like, it's okay, everybody calm down, you know, come in. My manager ended up calling the police on the lady because I guess she was threatening to come back. Wasted all my time making those sandwiches, first of all. But it was just so ghetto. So the police ended up coming. After that, we didn't take any more orders. That was just a horrible night. That manager eventually quit as well. And after she quit, y'all, guess what? We found out that she was a star. Somebody we worked with found the video, and they was watching it in the office. I was like, so this is what you guys get paid to do? Like, wow. The manager was on the news for assaulting, I think, a Uber driver. I'm questioning my general manager. I'm like, where are you finding these people? Another con with working at Wendy's was the fact that it was so ghetto. We always ran out of food. We was always out of something. And it was the something that everybody wanted.
Y'all, this Wendy's is so ghetto. We're out of French fries. We're out of regular nuggets. We have one bag of spicy nuggets left. We're out of napkins. We're out of spoons. We're out of lemonade. We're out of barbecue sauce. We're out of everything.
We was out of Wendy's, okay? And it was so embarrassing. People would drive up. We would literally have to start the conversation off like, I'm sorry to inform you, but we are out of everything. The only thing we have available, Frosties and chicken sandwiches. Like, how embarrassing is that? You are Wendy's. You're known for like they burgers, and you don't even have to meat to cook it. We used to run out of American cheese. Cheese. Other than all the bad stuff that I just mentioned, I enjoyed working with my friends. Like, we used to make TikToks all the time.
Suena ra, y la cosa suena ra. Scooby-Doo pa-pa, y el boom 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 boom, y el boom boom boom. Put it on and make him wanna marry me. Put it on and make him wanna marry me. Put it on and make him put it. I'm single when I'm lit, bitch. Throw that ass back and let me see you do a slap and tap it, girl. Bring it back and drop it, girl. I wanna see you pop it, girl. Don't stop, just drop it, girl. You got a booty with your back real fat.
I like working with my two friends, my boyfriend, my friend boyfriend, my bestie. Shout out to you. If you ever watch this video, shout out to you. For the manager, be my sister-in-law. Literally the dream team. It was also, we had this delivery man. And let me tell y'all, he was a hunk. I'm not gonna lie though. If I could go back to Wendy's working with like the people I want to work with, I probably would, because I was making some good money at Wendy's. If you guys want to know the reason why I don't work at Wendy's anymore, it's because of COVID. So that really concludes my story time. Thank you to Ellie for being here through the whole thing. She a real one. She ain't never left my side. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with a friend, and tell that friend to share it with another friend, okay? And I'ma see you guys in my next video. Bye.
You make it way too hard to think that this could be what you love.